Good morning, everybody, on this Monday. It is August 15th, and I'm Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook and YouTube, as we begin the new work week right smack dab in the middle of August. I almost said October. I'm wishing for October, I guess. It is August 15th. Sam Channel weather sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Here it is, 5 a.m. on a Monday. I'm back on the radio, by the way, today. Got some things to give away this morning, including some Hardee's um, coupons. I got a lot of them. And so listen, Sam 100.7, starting at 6 o'clock this morning, your chance to win those. The weather pattern is a little bit tame. We felt a little more humidity and heat yesterday. Today, we've got a frontal boundary that is sitting right on top of us. Even though it's not producing showers here, it is producing some rain out far to the east of us over the mountains of West Virginia, Virginia State, North Carolina. You can see the instability there. And then where this cold front is draped right over us this morning, I think we could begin to see some pop-up showers, just here and there, these little dots that just show up, like up here in Indiana. There's these little popcorn showers that pop up, and I think we could see a few of those maybe here this afternoon as the front continues to go southward. Low pressure system, this system doesn't have a lot of juice, plus we've got a very dry air mass that's sitting over the top of us. So as that front runs into that dry air, it may not produce all that much in the way of shower activity for us. Somebody might get a stray shower or two this afternoon, maybe even a thunderstorm, but overall, this is going to be a fairly weak system, and I don't see a whole lot of activity coming from that yet. I think there could be a yet there as we go through the week, because we do see a series of systems trying to work their way in here. This morning, we're starting out with temperatures that are in the 60s and 70s. 60s mostly to the east, 70s with a little more cloud cover back into western Kentucky. Here we go with southern Kentucky temperatures, upper 60s to around 70. There's a 71 in Muhlenberg County, 70 in Ohio County, 71 in Butler County this morning, around 70 here in Bowling Green, a cooler 65 over in Taylor County to get the day started there. We will see temperatures today, I think, moderating into the low 80s. We were at 90 for a high temperature yesterday, but I think with a few more clouds today, it's going to be closer to the mid 80s. And here's a look at the future temperatures. We're going to start out upper 60s to around 70 this morning and then climb into the low 80s. Those of you to the north of us, like up around E-Town or Louisville or Lexington, Somerset, upper 70s to near 80 today, while it's mid 80s, even upper 80s, excuse me, further south of us. And I can tell that we're in that period of it's going to be a little bit cooler and drier during the day, because I get this little cough, that little dry slot, not a dry socket, but dryness in the throat. That happens this time of the year for me always. So if you hear me cough here or on the radio, you know what's going on. It's nothing. It's it's not the COVID or anything like that. It's just typical August into September type stuff for me. Drainage and, well, I won't get into the details. I hit the ew button right here. So here we go with what it's going to look like later today with the maps. And you can see, you'll be able to tell that we'll have a couple of renegade showers. Stray showers is what I like to call it. And it's going to be primarily, again, along and east of I-65 where the best instability will be. But you got to remember there's a lot of dry air to overcome. And as I mentioned, as that front comes through, there's not a lot of juice with it. There's enough moisture maybe to touch off a few isolated showers. But beyond that, after dark, things just kind of fade away and move on. Then we get into tonight and into tomorrow. I think there's a better chance that we could see some shower activity by the afternoon and evening hours, especially as the next disturbance makes its way through. Not necessarily a front, just a disturbance, but this time there will be a little more unlocked moisture and a little less dry air. And I think in that case, we'll see a little better chance of showers. The best chance is going to be, as you see here, west of us as we get into Tuesday night and into Wednesday. Scattered showers from Paducah down to Jackson, Tennessee, even Nashville, just kind of skirting the Bowling Green, southern Kentucky area. Nonetheless, there will be that occasional shower that does pop up in our forecast around here. Not everybody's going to get wet over the next few days, but the chance is going to be there that you could get wet. All right, here's a look at the surface maps, and we see the current picture with the low pressure, the weak sort of boundary that's over the area that will spark a few showers later on today around that low. But again, this is a setup where you've got high pressure to the south, high pressure to the north, Canadian high pressure, Gulf high pressure, putting the squeeze on this rather weak system. The low just deep enough to spark a few showers, but it's got to overcome a lot of dry air. So again, today, there could be a spot of rain there, a spot of rain here, a spot of rain over there. It's going to be that kind of a situation. Most of the rainfall tonight and this evening or this afternoon will be east of us, near the low pressure system. Tonight, the front comes on through. You really only will notice a wind shift. There's not a whole lot of change with this system, but there's the disturbance that's going to hang around into Tuesday. And you see here by Tuesday night, I don't know about you, but when I first looked at this map, look at this area of rain. Notice the shape of it here. Is that not a chipmunk? Look at that. There's his face, nose, ear, leg, body, tail. Chipmunk. Go back and squint your eyes a little bit. See it? We have chipmunks around here all the time. So when I saw that, I thought, wow, there's a big old chipmunk on the weather map for Tuesday night. I know some of you are like, dude, what are you smoking? What are you? If you don't see it, then I'm sorry. But anyway, I notice things like that. Just look, I can look up at the clouds and see shapes. But anyway, here we go. And this one kind of looks like a turtle. See its head and the shell. Okay, I'll stop. There's that disturbance going through on Wednesday with a few more scattered showers. Again, all of this is just going to be really unorganized, very scattered, very just here and there. It's not going to be a deluge of rain. And that takes us on into Saturday and Sunday, just pretty much the status quo here. Not really nothing atypical for August except temperatures. The temperatures are really continuing to trend, as I've been speaking of lately. If you've been watching these videos, really atypical of August. Normally, we are in the heat and the humidity, and we're talking 90s every day, maybe even mid 90s, close to 100. But look at these temperatures. Look at that 79 for tomorrow. I went with around 80. Some of you may, with the clouds and some of the showers, may just stay upper 70s. But today, mid 80s, 79, 80 or so tomorrow. But look, beyond that, wow. We get as warm as the mid 80s toward the end of the week. And as we get into next week, lower 80s seems to be the trend. Now, that's not to say we're not going to hit 90 something again at some point in the next few weeks. But I do think the overall trend here is signaling an early fall. I'm sticking to that. And again, I could be wrong, but there you go. All right, back on the radio, as I mentioned this morning, Sam 100.7 on your FM dial. That's go to 100 digitally or on the old-fashioned analog dial. 100. Don't go all the way to 107. That's not us. 100.7. Sam FM. 6 to 10 this morning. And I'll be there. I'll be there all this week. God bless you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the radio.